What's up, Fundraising Family? The start of these YouTube lives are always so awkward because it says you're live, but then it doesn't show you your screen for like a hot second. Good morning, Fundraising Family. It is March 20th, 2020, and I am here for the next 30 minutes to help you answer any of your fundraising questions that you may have during this super crazy time. So what's new today, March 20th? Well, Governor Newsom, the governor of California, locked down our entire state. I assume a lockdown of the country is coming soon. I don't think it's anything to panic about, but it's coming and we should be prepared. So I have gotten a couple great questions and we're going to dive right in this morning. If you have a question for me that you would like me to answer, please leave it below in the comments box. If you're on your mobile, you have to scroll through other videos section. If you're on a desktop, it's pretty easy to find. What I'm going to ask for is that if you guys get anything out of this video, if you find it helpful, if you find it interesting, if it helped your nonprofit, your organization, even a tiny bit, please subscribe. It's a metric for me that helps me gauge how many people are interested in this and if I should keep making these videos. So it's totally free to hit the subscribe button. I don't get your email address, nothing. Just hit that subscribe button or hit the thumbs up button and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm gonna bring up my phone because I got a super interesting question last night. So let's go there. And if you have a question, you can type it in the chat box and we can chat and talk right now. I'm just gonna type right now. Jim, if you're on, I have no idea. Jim's been on 2 of my Facebook Lives so far. Good morning. I'm going to be doing these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday while I'm at home. So at least for the next 5 weeks. So let's go to new comments. Okay, so the first comment we got was, can you please link me to a resource about how to make successful Facebook and YouTube live videos? So this comes from Jennifer Bilger. Jennifer, I can do that. I'll do it in the description box below here. But if you'd like me to give you a tutorial, I am happy to create a tutorial for all the Fundraising Family people out there, if that's something you're interested in. Okay, Nicole Crashstick says, hi, Abra, thank you so much for hosting these videos. Very helpful and informative. I would love to learn more about the videos as it is totally outside my comfort zone and learn your tips and tricks. Okay, so another person interested in video. So that shows me at least 2 people are interested. We can definitely make that happen. I'm looking like a little red this morning. I might have had a little too much wine last night. Okay. From Rhiannon Fernandez. Thanks for these great videos. Welcome, Rhiannon. I'm beginning home in quarantine. I work at a pre-K through 8 Montessori school on Martha's Vineyard Island. We postponed our April gala. We thought May, but now it seems unlikely. And we also had a spring annual fund appeal planned for our big end of year push. In a pinch, we've moved to online learning so we can keep tuition coming in. Kids are still learning, having daily classes online. Pre-K teachers are putting out video lessons and arranging FaceTime chats between classmates. Our families are struggling financially, our strong community too. Thinking about targeting a campaign to our summer residence donors at this time. Okay, Rhiannon, this is a very good question. So Martha's Vineyard is a beautiful place to visit in the summer, but they have 2 populations. They have people who visit there in the summer and have summer homes, and they have like the residents who live there full time. Oh, and hi, Brooke. Thanks for watching. Brooke, if you have any questions, let me know. It looks like you might have a further question. Brooke, if you have a bigger question, go for it, write it out. Okay, so let's go back to Rhiannon's question about her Montessori school. So the people on her island are struggling and her school is open, but the families are struggling. So this sounds like a situation that's happening everywhere around the United States right now. And unfortunately, it's not unique. And I don't think it's unique just to this time. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that in the future. So Rhiannon's question is really about, should I ask the summer residents of Martha's Vineyard to donate now? And my answer is absolutely yes. If there is any time to ask your residents or your summer residents or your summer homeowners, whatever you call them, it is right now. I think you need a very well worded email with video embedded, showing, if people allow it, some of the FaceTimes that are happening between students and teachers, some of the video lessons. And I would like you to collect from some of your students who are at home, some video diaries about what they did that day, what they learned, how they're feeling. What we really need is to connect your summer residents to the students in your community who live there full time. So maybe they should talk about what they love about Martha's Vineyard and why they love living there, and also what it's like going to school there. I absolutely think you need an appeal, but I don't think you should wait. I think you should start that appeal now and run it to the end of the year. Even better, go to one of your bigger donors and ask them to put up a matching gift. Say we have a $5,000 matching gift, a $10,000 matching gift, and let those gifts be matched dollar for dollar. Nicole or Rhiannon, I hope that answers your question a little bit. If you need more clarity, feel free to pop on here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be here answering your questions and going through comments. Again, if you just popped on this video, give this video a thumbs up or subscribe. It just helps me know that you guys appreciate the content that I'm continuing to make while on quarantine. I have like a 30-minute window with all my kids doing something, sitting down, where I can pop up to my office and get this done for you. And it's been a priority for me to help our nonprofit community. It's what I can give back from my home, and that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Leonard, I didn't wear my glasses today. Leonard Niffle wrote, "Thank you for doing this video so quickly. Your suggestions are spot on." Thanks, Leonard. I'm a board member of a small ethnic museum planning our annual major fundraiser for June. It attracts about 200 people and raises a very large portion of our annual budget. Do you think it's better to first approach the museum's major supporters, donors individually, rather than appealing to the entire membership? Do you think it's a good idea to ask major donors for their advice, opinion, input into the decision making? Ooh, Leonard, great question. And again, thank you for watching the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You're gonna hear that a lot. Look, it helps me, you guys. Personally, I do this all for free. Okay, so Leonard, a lot of questions in here. Let's dig in. Okay, so you're a small ethnic museum planning your annual fundraiser. 200 people. Okay, so let's really dive into when somebody calls me and they say, I'm thinking about having a gala that has 200 people, I always say, that's an amazing way to think about it, but 200 people is actually not the metric we should be thinking about in our head. So when I'm thinking about a gala, I always think 200 people is 100 bidding units or 100 donating units, because typically everybody comes in a couple, so that you take 200 and you divide it by 2, and that gives you your actual amount of donors, potential donors in the room. So although you have 200 bodies in the room, you only have about 100 donors in the room. Okay, so Leonard has an event with 100 donating units in the room, or donating humans. I call them units. I know it's not very personal, but that's what I do. And it raises a large portion of your annual budget. I am sure that it does. A lot of nonprofits are in your shoes. They hold a huge event and it raises a ton of money for them. Okay, do I think it's better to first approach the museum's major supporters and donors individually rather than appealing to the entire membership? Yes, I do. So I think the first thing that you need to do is hit up your major donors, and even your one step below your major donors. I don't know what major donor is for you, Leonard, but for the sake of this pretend conversation, or for the sake of this advice, let's pretend it's $10,000. So if your major donors are $10,000 and above, I want you to bring down the floor a bit, and I want you to talk to all donors at like $5,000 and above. And I want you to call them and say a couple things. I want you to call them and tell them the event is still on for June, but you, as of now, and you're going to keep everybody apprised of the situation. Quite honestly, you're lucky. Your event's in June. You've got something many of us don't have, and that's time. So if I were you, I would not postpone or cancel your gala yet, but I would reach out to your major donors, your major supporters, and all your sponsors and tell them we are moving forward as planned. and we will keep you up to date. So that's the first thing you're going to tell them. The second thing you're going to ask them is, or tell them, is you're going to tell them about all the great work that you've been doing since coronavirus began. All the free stuff, you're a museum, the free tours you're offering, the free chats with curators, the behind the scenes, like let's look in our drawers, back in our, whatever you call it, your storage facilities. I know museums have tons of things that they don't put on view. I don't know what type of ethnic museum you are, but whatever. Let's see some of the stuff behind the scenes. Let's see some recorded talks from a couple years ago. Anything you have that you can provide to the public right now as a museum will be consumed, enjoyed, and appreciated. And that is something people really, really are looking for right now. They're looking for content to consume. And when I say content, I mean anything to read or watch. They're looking for something to distract them, and they're looking to learn something new and to appreciate that you are giving this information out for free. So you're going to tell them all the things that you either have started to do or that you're planning on doing. And then you're going to ask them to renew their gift for this year in advance of the gala. And you're going to let them know if the gala, we want to secure your gift now because we're going to use your funds to pay our amazing curators. We're going to use it to upload our bandwidth so we can live stream curator talks. Whatever you need for your museum, you're going to have a very honest, open conversation with these donors. And the likelihood is that they will say yes, and they will renew their gift. The other thing you can ask for is for a matching grant. If we can get 10,000 views of our curator videos, will you donate $1 per view, right? That's something else we could explore. There's lots of ways to do this. So yes, approach your major donors first. However, don't ask their opinion about if you should have or cancel the gala. This is not the role for a donor. This is the role for your executive director, your executive committee of your board, and your development staff to have. You do not want to involve your major donors in these decisions. If they want to give you the advice or their opinion over the phone, fine, don't solicit it. Because what we find is, or what I always find with my clients, is that when we ask major donors their opinions or for advice and we do not take the advice, it makes them mad and it makes them pissed off at our organization. So let's not do that. Do not involve them in the process. Your executive team and your executive director and your development team, you need to make the call internally and your board about if you're canceling the event. Major donors should support you, whether you're my computer's like real jiggly today. Major donors should support you no matter what. They're coming to your gala and making a gift because they love your organization, not because they love this party. Okay. I think the third thing that you should do, I think the third thing that you should do is you should contact your entire membership base and tell them what your plans are for this shutdown and this COVID-19, and tell them what would you like to see. You can do a quick little easy survey. You can create a super simple Google form. It's free, it's easy. I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel, and you could just say, what kind of content would you like to see from our small ethnic museum, whatever the name is, during this time? Do you want to see curator talks? Do you want to see behind the scenes? Do you want to see guest speakers from 5 years ago? You want to hear from our executive director? You want to see us cleaning all the exhibits? Whatever it is, do you want to see stuff that's never been on exhibit? Whatever it is, ask them what they want to see, tell them what you plan to give, and then maybe you'll get some unique and interesting ideas. I would not at this time make a general appeal, but what I would do is when you are offering this free stuff online, in between peppering in offering all the free stuff, I would do two things. I would collect email addresses. If you can, do not live stream without collecting email addresses. If you can, it's hard to do. You have to have a closed portal to do it. But you could ask people to give you their email addresses. The other thing you could do is you could provide something useful to get their email addresses. Give us your email address, fill out this form, and we will send you. You can do this all through MailChimp. There are like 10,000 videos on it on YouTube. You can Google it, and we will send you a study guide for watching our curator talk at home with your kids, whatever it may be. If you can get donations and email addresses during this COVID-19 shutdown, you are winning, you are ahead. Build your list, build your mailing list, and try to get some donations from new donors. But make sure, we got time. Anytime you get a gift, whether it be $5 or $10 or $2, call the person. You got time. You're sitting at home, pick up your phone, call them and thank them. You will make a lifelong donor out of that person. Okay, we are moving on. Okay, I got an email this morning. I don't know how this person got my email address, but kudos to you for finding it. It's probably on my website. Brittany Kamak. Okay, so Brittany is an event planner. So we're going to switch topics for a hot second. And she has a question about a fund need. By the way, we can answer questions about anything you want right now. So here's her questions, and it's kind of long. Hi, Abra. My name is Brittany, and I'm the event planner for a fund and need auction that is scheduled to happen on April 25th in Cummings, Georgia, near Atlanta. The nonprofit is Meals by Grace, feeding children and families in need. I've watched your YouTube videos. Oh, then she says a lot of nice stuff about me. Thanks, Brittany. If I may, I have some questions regarding the transition from dinner dessert to the fund and need portion. What have you seen work best as a transition? We have a compelling video, but it can't be shown because of daylight in the tent. I thought of a spoken word piece and or a musician singing a song with just a guitar. And of course, we are thinking about the nonprofit founder will share her heart and need for support. Just not sure what the best run of show would be, and I'd love your thoughts on how to do this well. Wow, you all know I love the fund and need. 9:30 a.m., never too early for a fund and need question. Okay, so she's talking about the fund and need transition, which I find is this very special moment that helps you move from the fun part of the evening into the serious fundraising portion, the heart of the event. Okay, so her real question is, who should give the pitch? That's what the real question is. I mean, she says it in a lot of words, but she's asking like, should we show a video? Should it be our founder? Should it we be this? And the answer is manyfold. So we'll get into it. So number one, I love a good video, but a video is not a replacement for an actual human being. And my first choice for fund and need speaker is always a live human. So Brittany, if you could find a live person, and even better, find the live person from the video, and let's say that person is a mother, or let's say that person is a child, bring the mother and a child from two separate families. Let's hear from a child perspective and from a mom's perspective. I want to hear what it feels like to be a child with food insecurities and a mom, knowing that perhaps she can't get as much food as she needs for her children, and what it feels like. These flowers behind me are driving me nuts. Hold on. There we go. And what it feels like for a mom to receive food and feed her children. That powerful double hitter of two live speakers would be phenomenal for your organization. If you could get one, that would still be great. Now, here are the things that I tell my clients about how to work with their speakers. Once you secure a speaker, I want you to write out a list of 20 questions for them that you would like answered in this speech that they're going to write. Now, they must write a speech. There is no notes, there is no bullet points. They must submit the speech to you at least 2 weeks prior for review. And I tell you this because I have seen so many nonprofits miss the ball where they did not control their fund and need speaker. The speech was off the cuff. The tone was wrong. The vibe was wrong. They went off topic. They mentioned another nonprofit. They made jokes. It can butcher the entire fund and need. The slip-ups that happen with your fund and need speaker affect everything that happened afterwards. And not even the best fund and need auctioneer in the world can fix that problem. You can try, but it is almost impossible to recover from. So you need it written. And I think it's better to ask questions that you want answered than send somebody home to write a speech and then have them turn it in and you redline the whole thing. Better to give them questions. Questions like, oh, Brooke asked a good question. So we'll get there in a second. Questions such as like, How did you find out about our organization? What did it feel like when you picked up your first food package? What did your children think of? Did your children ask questions? All those kinds of things. So you're going to have a speaker, a live person. Don't worry about the video, Brittany. It doesn't matter. Get a speaker. And the speaker should not be your executive director. Your executive director should come earlier in the evening, and her job should be to roll out her vision. Your founder and executive director, their job is to lay out the vision. This is where I see our organization going. This is how I think it should be, etc. Separate that from your fund and need speaker who's giving the pitch, and then from the fund and need. Okay, so you have the speaker, and then your fund and need auctioneer or pitch money collector, whoever it's going to be, should come immediately after that and go directly into the fund and need. There should be no breaks, no moments, no pictures taken on stage, no awards given, just go straight into getting the money. So I hope, Brittany, that answers your question. All right, I have 8 more minutes, and they are reserved for you, Brooke, who is writing me a novel. Get it, girl? I hear those fingers typing. Okay, Brooke Harriet. Are you related to James Harriet? Do you get that question all the time? Okay. Hi, Abra. I'm the fundraising event coordinator for my city's no-kill open admission animal shelter. Oh, Brooke is not related to James Harriet, but you guys have a similar passion for animals for my city's no-kill open admission animal shelter. Our silent auction was last Friday, and we came up with 80% of our goal. Awesome. If you got 80% of your goal during this situation, good job. We're also planning our first 5K for June 13th. It will most likely be pushed to the fall, as we don't expect groups of that size will be allowed at that point and don't think we'll have much success even with sponsors. I know you previously said the time for virtual events has passed, but I'm exploring how we can do virtual events that give small group individuals something social to do at home. My current focus is on a trivia night paired with a 50-50 raffle. Do you think events like that have the possibility to be successful in this current climate? Okay, great questions. So, okay, there's a lot of questions in here, and I have a lot of opinions. So Brooke, we'll go from here. So 80% of your goal for a silent auction during COVID scare, good job. Nice work. First thing you're going to do is you're going to email every single person or call them who donated an item and tell them what a success you had. Make them feel special and make them feel good. Good news during this time cannot come enough. Okay, your 5K. I do think there's a possibility to do a 5K at home. Depends on the city that you live in. If you're not on lockdown, like we are, and by the way, this is our first day of lockdown in California, so we don't know what the rules are. Like, I don't know if you can go out for a run, but it could be possible for people to run a 5K or train for a 5K at home and video it or keep a video diary of it and use that as a way to fundraise, peer-to-peer. That is an option. So I just want to put that little like seed in your head. I haven't really thought this out. I don't know how this would work, but it is a possibility. There would be no race component. Well, I guess you could do a race component. Like you could pick a course, you could lay it out, and you could station somebody there if you're allowed to. I don't know what the rules are. On Friday between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. and give everybody like a 40-minute window, and you could pace people like 10 minutes out running the same course and just have a timer. And that way you could run the race not all at once, but you could still run the race and still run for time. Okay, Brooke's not on lockdown yet, but you already have 500. You're already offering a virtual option. Okay, great. Okay, so Brooke, real quick, you want to talk about the 50-50 raffle? Is that it? I'm assuming yes. Okay, so let's talk about this trivia night. A trivia night with a 50-50 raffle, I'm assuming you want people to pay for trivia night. If it's real cheap, okay, so Brooke says yes, so that's what we want to talk about. So you want people to pay for trivia night. I would do a combo. I would do a free trivia night or a couple free trivia nights in a row and see how it goes. Because even with like my own live stream, even here, I have like 4 people on right now. right? But people watch it after the fact. So I think you're going to need time to like build up the momentum to get people to log on with you in real time. This sounds a little bit about like that quiz thing that was on the phone that you could do at like 9 a.m. every day or 12 p.m. and a million people logged on. That took a lot of time to build up to, and also they were giving away a ton of money. So perhaps I would host a trivia night and randomly give away $5 or $10 to the winners and like Venmo them if your organization has that possibility. After you have 2 or 3, do them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time, just like I'm doing. Do them in the evening after kids are asleep, or if they're 4 kids, do them during the day. And then you'll see if people are really interested. I think the hard thing that you're going to have happen is getting everybody to log on, even if they buy tickets and even if they, are super interested. I think you have to get them in the routine of logging on and getting used to seeing your trivia moderator, etc., before they get like really into it. Then I think you can offer a 50-50 raffle. You do have to check your 50-50 raffle rules in your state. Like in the state of California, you can't sell raffle tickets online. So if in your state, if you can sell raffle tickets online, great. But in California, everyone would have to pick up the phone and call you to do it. Like you can't, it would be very, very difficult. I don't know if a 50-50 raffle is the right thing at this time. For me, I don't know. There's something off-putting about a 50-50 raffle right now. I feel like, yes, people need and want money, but I also feel that asking people to donate to your organization so that you can give them money out to people seems a little bit, I don't know, it seems a little bit weird. I'd rather have you give out a prize. And quite honestly, the time for getting prizes has never been better. Trips, restaurants, everyone is begging for attention. I'd rather have you give out prizes, smaller prizes, and more of them than a big chunk of cash. I'd rather have you charge everyone like $1 per round and take that money, or $2, however much you're planning on paying, and get more people involved. So Brooke, I hope that was helpful. I have like 2 more minutes before I have to pop off and my kids have to go back to class. If this was helpful for you, I'm not speaking to you directly, Brooke, but hold on, I will. Brooke, first of all, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for answering questions. Thank you for thinking outside the box about this virtual 5K and this trivia night. I love this. Brooke, you are exactly the kind of person your nonprofit should feel so lucky to have. You are in a great spot. You are doing great things. Thank you so, so much for joining me today. If you want to be like Brooke and ask your questions and have your questions answered, you can pop on live with me Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Ask your question in in real time, or leave a comment below down in the comments section. I've give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful. You guys, the fundraising family is strong. I love you. The nonprofit world is strong. We will get through this together. Brooke, I know that thumbs up was from you. Thank you. We're going to get through this and it's going to be awesome. I'm doing my part here Monday, Wednesday, Friday to answer your questions about anything fundraising events. I am happy to chat it out with you. Subscribe. It's totally free. I will not pester you with messages, and it just helps me know that this content is helpful for you. Coming out this weekend, I will put out a video tutorial for how to make your own videos for your donors, a Facebook Live video, and etc. And with that, guys, I'm going to wish you all a peaceful and amazing weekend, although weekends don't really matter anymore because we're just home all the time. For any of my Jewish friends out there, Shabbat Shalom. And I'll see you guys back on Monday. Thanks so much, guys. Take care.